Good evening. Welcome to Have I Got News For You? I'm Richard Ayoade. In the news this week, realising that his words are failing to get through, Donald Trump's lawyer goes back to basics to explain the impeachment process. At the funeral of an American watermelon farmer, a video is played showing his final moments. And Doctor Who fans are thrilled with Jodie Whittaker's performance as the Doctor, but less impressed by the new TARDIS. On Ian's team tonight is a comedian who says he constantly worries about everything. It's great to have him here, and he shouldn't panic. I'm sure he locked the front door. Please welcome John Richardson. And with Paul tonight is a former government minister who pulled out of a previous episode of this show and was replaced by her own handbag. But unfortunately, this week, the handbag has cancelled. So please welcome Nicky Morgan, MP. And we start with the biggest stories of the week. Paul and Nicky.
Yes.
Have a look at this.
Yes, Theresa May with some horses. And,
Mr Juncker.
Mr Juncker.
Bit of dancing.
Yes, this is forward-looking Britain, where we're going. And probably two members of the DUP.
It is. There's Mr Gove.
There we are. That's how a man dresses when his wife doesn't see him leave the house. So there we are.
Yep.
Did that satisfy you?
Yeah, that's what I have on the card.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, this is the news that people are still talking about Brexit.
Oh, are they?
They're still...
Unbelievable.
You're not, though, are you? Because you're not allowed to.
No, I don't talk about Brexit ever. But we are apparently approaching a critical couple of weeks, although we're told now that maybe there won't be agreement next week and we're going to be knocked into December or November, December.
And how will you vote?
The Chief Whip would like to know that answer. To answer that question too.
You know, the public might be vaguely interested.
Vaguely. Let's move. Yeah, we'll move on. Well, it depends, doesn't it, what the deal is that comes back from Europe.
If you hadn't made the joke about the leather trousers, life could have been different.
How many times have you said that before in your life?
That time you said it to Jim Morrison.
Will you resign the whip at some point if that looks like it's happening? Will you leave? Will you make a bold stand?
Well, I'm not planning. I'm not going to give away my game plan on all of this at this particular stage.
So no, then.
Surely appearing on this programme is the first step to a life outside of politics. Surely. That's been established.
One can only hope.
Yeah. It's been established a long time ago.
There's a poll this week apparently saying that 60% of people want the government to get on with Brexit.
Well, according to a company called Delta Poll, 60% of voters polled agree with the statement, I no longer care how or when we leave the EU, I just want it all over and done with.
Sort of dignitas, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
When's the appointment?
Yeah.
What is this order? What do you want? Do you want it over with, or do you want it fought out?
Open the box! Take the money!
Just glad to see divided Britain in action.
That was a second referendum.
That was it.
What has Jean-Claude Juncker been doing to try and lighten the mood?
Mimicking Theresa May's awkward dance steps.
That's exactly right. Let's look at it.
Glad it.
Well, was he mocking Theresa May, or was he merely arseholed?
It could be both.
Yes, because he doesn't like the British media making jokes about him potentially being drunk.
Yes.
But what's worrying is if he's permanently drunk and we still can't negotiate anything.
Theresa May is apparently going to put pressure on the Cabinet to get them to compromise on an even softer Brexit deal. How will she do that?
Haven't the DUP just essentially taken over?
Do you want to know how TV funny man and occasional BBC political correspondent Norman Smith explained the situation?
I'd love to see it.
OK.
If you vote down my deal, you could end up with no deal, which would be profoundly damaging for your constituents. So her strategy is to hope at the last minute all these different groups go...
The Daily Mail, not a newspaper which would try to frighten its readers,
No.
have been outlining the nightmare scenario Britain faces if we leave the EU without any deal at all. Shall we play a game I've based on this nightmare scenario?
Yeah.
Called
Yeah.
Nightmare Scenario.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you a thing, and then you tell me what's going to happen to it after a no-deal Brexit.
Fine.
Fingers on buzzers.
Right, I'm ready. I'm up for this.
Fuel.
Non-existent.
None.
None at all.
Less fuels.
We'll be pushing cars and training chickens to push them.
Yeah.
With Norman Smith as the chicken leader, leading them on.
Next, medicines.
Stockpiled.
Yeah.
No medicines.
No medicines.
No medicines.
No,
What I have on the card is none.
None.
I'll tell Matt Hancock.
OK.
Yeah.
Power.
Power, electricity,
Yes.
won't be any.
None.
None.
We'll have to rely on breath. Sat-nav.
Non-existent.
It will not work in Europe, the sat-nav.
Oh.
But neither will we, so...
What have Sir John Major and Gordon Brown been teaming up to do?
They've both agreed on something.
Yes.
Ex-Tory Prime Minister and ex-Labour Prime Minister. They've both said universal credit is a disaster that doesn't work, thus putting them in line with the entire British public.
They've been criticising the government's proposals which could see households losing £2,400 a year. Downing Street said no one moving on to universal credit would lose out and that the nationwide rollout next year would proceed gradually in order to identify difficulties.
In the same way that if you're sort of driving towards a brick wall and you accelerate slowly, you gradually become aware of the impending difficulties.
The fuel will run out long before you get to the brick wall.
Who else was surprisingly critical of the policy?
Jeremy Corbyn.
I said surprisingly.
John Pertwee.
It's Esther McVey, the Secretary of State for Work and Pensions. She said yesterday, some people will be worse off.
Yes, but she said that Ian Duncan Smith had done a lot of hard work, so it couldn't possibly be wrong. Wasn't he so useless he got sacked as Tory leader?
I was at the conference.
Can I just say that's my favourite Paul so far? What's the Michael Gove dump news?
He says that
Go on.
if you haven't got stuff, you should go to the tip and get it.
That is right. In a way, he wants people to be able to buy stuff from rubbish dumps.
It is an extraordinary policy, isn't it?
we go.
Austerity's over, live off a tip.
It's already a thing, though. I mean, I don't want to sound like I sit at home all day watching daytime telly, but there's a programme called Money for Nothing where they go to the tip
Great
and
album
they
as
get
well.
stuff. Yeah, it is. He's just watching telly now that he's not busy. And he's coming up with ideas. What we should do is allow people to buy homes at auction and then do them up over an hour.
This is Brexit, where we've got to the stage where the government is just dotting the I's and crossing the T's of the words, this is shit. For people who didn't know all the Brexit details, the iNewspaper printed a handy Q&A starting with the question, why is Northern Ireland a problem? Which they explained on pages 2 to 98. Last weekend, Remain campaigners marched their dogs through London calling for a wooferendum. All went well until a massive dispute broke out over what to do with the Irish Border Collie. Ian and John, take a look at this.
That's just people in Russia who've extended their tourist visas to The Hague.
And a nana with a phone.
Is she the actual grandmother of one of the spies or just an elderly Russian lady who might have been?
That was actually Daniel Day-Lewis.
He is fantastic, isn't
His comeback. He never went away. Well, this is news that Alexander Mishkin, the second Salisbury assassin, has had his identity revealed this week.
he? Yes, they found out he's not a tourist either.
Putin had previously denied meeting the two Russian assassins, but what do we know now that Putin had given him?
The Order of Lenin or something.
It's not far off.
The Order of Stalin.
That is further off.
That is further on.
Well,
Was it the Order of Corbyn?
I love that.
I'm not on Twitter. You're wasting your time.
that gesture was the closest I've seen you look to Liam Gallagher. Putin gave Mishkin the Hero of the Russian Federation Award.
For services to tourism.
How do we know that he received this award?
His grandmother
That's right.
was
Yes.
so proud of the photograph that she showed it round her hometown.
This is true. Mishkin's grandmother has a photograph of President Putin shaking Mishkin's hand and giving him the award. As you say, the picture has been seen by everybody in the village. Where's the grandmother now? Does anyone know?
Disappeared, hasn't she?
She's on a holiday in Salisbury.
She loves cathedrals.
Loves cathedrals, yeah.
Yes. It's not been a great week for Russian intelligence. How else have they become a laughingstock this week?
Well, the 4 of them were caught in The Hague, trying to check up on the weapons inspectorate, the chemical weapons inspectorate, which was looking into the Skripal case.
Yes.
And they just turned up outside and they were trying to tap into the Wi-Fi. They tried everything, 1, 2, 3, 4.
How did they end up being caught?
Gove went through their bins.
And yet, that is not far from the truth. So, according to the Express, they kept a receipt which showed they had taken a taxi from the GRU office in Moscow to the airport so that they could later claim it back on expenses. And also, they thought ahead and put all of their rubbish in a plastic bag and took it with them. Lovely, very good. But then they accidentally left it all in their hire car. for Michael Gove to discover later.
It's like they're being almost deliberately crap now, isn't it? To sort of... All I'm saying is, if this was an episode of Midsummer Murders, this would be about halfway through, and you'd think, well, it can't be them, because there's half an hour left.
In the light of all this, where was Putin pictured visiting this week?
Wrestling a cow in the mountains.
Yes.
Good.
No. Oh. He was pictured visiting an apple orchard, and to prove that he can make anything look sinister, here he is.
I mean, if you want to know the power of a man, look at the expression of another man while he sniffs an apple. That is a man thinking, oh, Christ, I hope he likes that apple.
And we also learned this week that in the event of war, British defence chiefs are planning what if Putin launches a military attack on the West?
Cyber attack.
That's right. Defence chiefs revealed this week that the cyber capabilities allow them to turn out the lights in the Kremlin. Oh,
yeah.
Let's hope they don't have torches.
Let's hope we don't do it during the day.
This is the identification of the second Russian Salisbury spy. It's feared that the grandmother is now being interrogated by the Russian security services. Still, nice for her to have some company for a change. According to The Sun, Putin has ordered an investigation into the spy bungle. We can only thank God that Geoffrey from Rainbow died. And so to round 2, the jigsaw of news. Fingers on Buzzer's teams.
This is royal wedding number 2 of the year.
Yes. According to the mother of the bride, we're all pronouncing the bride's name wrong.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you know how you should pronounce the bride's name?
Eugenics.
EU genie?
No.
Feels like we could do with one of those.
You never give up, you Remainers, do you?
According to Sarah Ferguson, most people say Eugenie or Eugenie, when in fact it should be Eugenie.
Except in Scotland, where it's you, Jimmy.
So Eugenie.
What's his name again? Is it Jack Brookbank?
Jack Brooksbank.
There,
Right. Have we got that right?
Yep, Brooksbank.
He's a tequila rep.
You're right. He's a European brand manager.
He's a rep. He's dishing out shots at the wedding.
He is related to Eugenie through Viscount Powercourt, who...
Who invented the first electric petrol station.
What's the national mood been like?
Euphoric, or should that be
People are less than super pumped, seemingly.
Yes.
One Windsor local, who preferred not to be named, questioned the cost, saying, why does she need to have an open-top carriage ride through the high street when she could have had the whole shebang in her garden? Away from the royal wedding, who's celebrating this week by not having a cake?
Oh, the bakers in Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Who didn't want to produce a cake with respect gay marriage written on it? Or support gay marriage, I think was the actual wording.
Well, you're completely right. Ash's Bakery in Belfast, who won their Supreme Court appeal over their refusal to bake a cake in support of gay marriage, a judge ruled that by baking the cake, the bakers would express an opinion which one does not hold. The Equality Commission spent £250,000 of public money on this case, but who could have saved them all that time and money?
Mary Berry.
Ian.
Ian could have done.
Let's look at what Ian said 4 years ago on this programme.
4 years ago on this programme?
That's right.
This judgment is probably going to be reviewed. It is the equivalent of going into a Muslim-owned cake shop and saying, I'd like you to have a face of the Prophet on the cake. You're open for business, make me the cake. Otherwise, it's against the law. So this is creating quite a difficult area. It's freedom of expression versus freedom of religion. I should be on the Supreme Court.
Is there a rush of non-Muslims to get cakes with Muhammad on the front, on the top?
Well, it is the principle. Peter Tatchell put it equally well. He said it's the equivalent of telling two gay bakers you must bake a cake which says, I think gay marriage is an abomination. Put that on. People don't have to. The freedom not to say something is part of the freedom to say something.
The irony, of course, is that everybody's seen this cake, and if they'd baked it and it had just been eaten, that would have been it.
Who else has recently managed to cause offence with a cake other than you?
I don't know. What's the answer to and what was the question?
OK. So I just review the whole show?
Yeah.
It's an anonymous mum who iced this unfortunate cake to wish her son good luck at university.
I've always wondered what that little symbol meant.
There should really be a comma after luck.
Yeah. There was a version of The Sound of Music that was playing at the Sydney Opera House, and a lot of the Australians I knew when I was over there at the time found it very funny because it was a New Zealander playing the head nun. And at one point, her line should have been, what is it you can't face? And they pronounce their vowels differently over there.
This is the royal wedding of the month. The Daily Mail printed an A to Z of the royal wedding, the most consulted letters being D, do I get a day off work, and N, no. Prince George will be a page boy at the ceremony on Friday, which means he's missing a day of school. Such irresponsible parenting. I mean, if he doesn't pass his exams, what will he fall back on? In an article on the refurbishment of Buckingham Palace, it was revealed the Queen has 78 bathrooms. While at that age, every room's a bathroom. Finish on Buzz's team.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you.
It's the news that James Bond is never going to be a woman, so never going to be played by a female actress.
Yes. Maybe both are true. Yes, it is the news that James Bond will never be played by a woman. Who's put the kibosh on a female
One
Bond?
of the producers, is it Barbara Broccoli?
Barbara Broccoli.
Yep.
The long-term Bond producer, Barbara Broccoli, who said, we don't have to turn male characters into women. Adding, he was written as a male character, and I think he'll probably stay as a male character. And Bond is male. He's a male character. I guess he's male. Is what she's saying. Was Barbara Broccoli right to rule out a female Bond, what do you think?
Well, he is a male character. I'm not sure how this suddenly became news, but, yes, do you know?
Well, because the new Doctor Who,
Oh, right, yes.
of course, is Jodie Whittaker is
Yes.
playing the new Doctor Who. Very, very brilliantly, I have to say. I thought it was a great first episode.
OK.
So, oh, look, somebody else probably agrees with me. There we are, you see.
It's the first thing that's brought everyone together.
So it can heal a divided nation.
Yes, it
yeah,
can.
Doctor Who. We all unite Sunday evening, sit round and watch the TV.
Right.
You two are looking quite confused. Did you not watch it?
No. But then I thought it was a children's programme.
My God.
The unity was so short-lived. Doctor Who has changed gender. In America, they have no problem with it. But what did they have a problem with?
Pronunciation of certain familiar words to us, but not to them.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
During a recent interview, Jodie explained that she was born in Huddersfield, and the American subtitler had something of a meltdown. Huddersfield.
The really nice sofa. I expect she got it from a skip.
Yeah. They've hidden her mic well. That's what I like about them.
Yes.
Very glam.
That's a sonic screwdriver.
Ah, so you
So
have
you
watched
do
the
watch
programme.
This is the news that there will never be a female James Bond. Some 10 years after his sad death from prescription drugs, it's been revealed that Michael Jackson wanted to play James Bond, which is somewhat tragic, given that his last words were, Doctor, no! Time now for the odd one out round.
Oh, you're teasing.
It's just one between you this
Oh,
week.
blimey.
Yes, that's right. Fingers on buzzers, teams. Your four are Banksy, Andy Murray, Thomas Jefferson and Kirsty Allsop.
OK, so Banksy had a painting that was at auction this week, and rather brilliantly, it shredded itself once it had been sort of sold, so that sort of people just watched this sort of, you know, this painting just be shredded. And Kirsty Allsop was in the news recently. She had two sons, I think, or two children anyway, who were always on their mobile phones, so she took their phones and just smashed them up. So that's the sort of link, I suppose, is
Yes.
being destroyed.
Yeah.
And I think Andy Murray, he dropped a trophy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was an accidental destruction, where certainly Banksy and Kirsty Allsop, they were deliberate acts. And Thomas Jefferson, did he destroy something accidentally or damage something which he damaged deliberately? So that would make Andy Murray the odd one out because it was an accident.
It's exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
They all damaged something on purpose, except for Andy Murray, who did it by accident. We know that he broke a commemorative plate.
Okay.
Do you think they had a spare?
Oh, they always carry a spare commemorative plate.
Oh, of course.
Jefferson was a
Yes.
huge Shakespeare fan.
Yes.
And in 1786, he and John Adams travelled to Stratford-upon-Avon to visit Shakespeare's house.
Ah.
John Adams described the tourist site there as small and mean. So Jefferson decided to get his money's worth and take a souvenir by cutting a piece of wood from the chair where Shakespeare had supposedly sat. It was a very special chair. It was where Shakespeare polished his Coriolanus, which means thank you. As you said, Banksy, his 2006 artwork, Girl with Balloon, was sold at Sotheby's for £1 million.
Yes.
It was shredded on completion of the sale. Shall we have a look at how that happened?
Yes, I'd
pretty
never saw
pleasing.
it. I'd be intrigued.
Selling for $860. Yeah, if you could maybe get one of the technicians quickly to go over there to the frames quickly. Okay, we're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on here.
Apparently it's worth more now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is worth more.
That's
why
the art world.
the buyer is pretty happy because it has increased the value of the art. Art expert Joey Sire told The Telegraph Banksy has added a minimum 50% to its value. How did one owner of another Banksy try to double its value this week? It's a leading question.
Set fire to it. Shredded it. Shredded it as well.
Got a shredder out.
Yeah. Hoping to double its value,
Oh, dear.
he wanted to imitate the artist's actions by slicing strips into his own Banksy print with a Stanley knife. Unfortunately, it had the adverse effect and took the value of the print from £40,000 to £1.
And that's if you chuck the knife in.
Yeah. What keeps getting damaged round Keith Tyson's house?
Oh, this is the naked woman?
Yes, his hedge. Keith Tyson's hedge.
Yes.
From Sheffield, has cut his hedge into the shape of what he describes as a sexy goddess. Do you know what he's named the hedge?
Miranda.
It's not far... Gloria.
Gloria.
Yeah. According to Keith, he has to mend the hedge 4 or 5 times a year because drunk passers-by keep jumping on it and pretending to have sex with it. Shall we have a look at Gloria?
I mean, you can't blame people, can you? Seems to have varicose veins. I don't want to point them out, but just put them through.
The hedge is a fun relaxation, says Keith. It's not my serious work. It just morphed into something as I wanted to make the lady as sexy as possible, which is difficult, as she is just a privet head.
No, he's totally succeeded in my book.
It is the sexiest hedge I've ever seen.
Can I say I'm not interested?
Good, less of a cue.
Time now for the missing words round, which this week features as its guest publication, Stationery Matters. And we start with, what a consequence of visiting the London Stationery Show?
Loneliness.
I think that's a precondition.
A renewed interest in envelopes.
Close, a sudden urge to buy more pencils.
Pencilitis.
Yes.
Pencils are good.
As if that urge is sudden.
Yeah.
This is from Stationery Matters, which illustrates the article with this picture of a pristine, empty diary. Here it is. That's Sean Walsh's bookings for the next 18 months. Next, Fiona Bruce on time to read the news, thanks to what?
Bobby on the beat sort of rescued her.
Yeah.
The studio that we were about to use had some technical breakdown, so she had to rush to another studio, and he got her there in time.
Yep, police escort. There were contingency plans. Emily Mateless was on standby while Nina Nanar was the sound the police car made. And finally, what's iconic status shows no signs of diminishing?
God!
Those pens that are like 4 different colours. You know, like that.
You're flipping close. The Parker pen.
The Parker pen.
That's right. According to Stationery Matters, the Parker 51 remains popular with pen bloggers.
Good
people who type about how much they love using pens. So, the final scores are... Ian and John have 2. Paul and Nicky have 10. But before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Who's going to tell him we don't need a boat?
And I leave you with news that, as Theresa May boards a fishing trawler to give a Brexit update, a suspicious character is spotted nearby. After spending 14 days looking for the rare red-breasted kingfisher, there's disappointment for one birdwatcher when he has to nip to the loo. And in Benidorm, after finally making some progress in some tricky Brexit negotiations, Jean-Claude Juncker has a couple of drinks to celebrate. Good night.
Good evening. Welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm Victoria Corrin-Mitchell. In the news this week, at a Lancashire pet shop, there are signs that nearby fracking is taking its toll on some of the residents. There's evidence that since becoming a father, Olympic diver Tom Daley might have let himself go. And after being given an extra £1 billion in the budget for the MOD, a jubilant Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson celebrates by blowing it all in one go. On Ian's team tonight is a comedian who used to run one of the roughest pubs in the East End of Glasgow. And if any of the regular drinkers are watching, I'm sure you'll recognise me from Only Connect. Please welcome Janie Godley. And with Paul tonight is the host of Judge Rinder, which means we have a lawyer on the show this week to go with our other 614 lawyers. Please welcome Robert Rinder. And we start with the biggest stories of the week. Ian and Janie, have a look at this.
Oh, it's the Chancellor with his giveaway budget. Here it is.
A man that can't plug a thing in, which is normal.
Oh, and that's money.
Yeah.
We've got loads of it now. Those of you who thought we were in the middle of austerity, we're not. It's finished, so that's a happy story. On we go.
That's it. Budget's done.
What's the personal allowance fudge?
There's been a fudge about people's personal allowances. But just like every other budget for the 28 years of this series, I was watching the other side. So I can tell you what happened in Bonanza.
What did happen?
Some cowboys rode up and down.
That's more or less the budget.
Oh, okay.
Why was Is Liz Truss sitting on Sajid Javid?
Have you got any proof of this?
Yes, where's the evidence?
Well, unfortunately, we're not allowed to show the evidence because it's in the Houses of Parliament. We can't.
Hearsay, case dismissed.
But apparently there wasn't room. She was trying to squeeze in. There wasn't room for her, so she had to
Everybody wants...
Let's move on from the seating. What about marriage and the budget?
You're allowed to get married anywhere. He announced it beforehand, and then we didn't hear it at the time. But you can get married now. If anyone wants to, I will officiate. No, you can get married in a burger joint, you can get married in a tent, you get married in a public toilet, and then you get cheaper rates.
I thought you could get married anywhere already.
In Scotland, you can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what happened to me when I was going to the shops.
What did you think of the jokes in Philip Hammond's speech? You enjoy the jokes?
No, I didn't, because I didn't see it. I was watching Bonanza.
We had the budget on Monday.
Yes.
Specifically so that no one could do any Halloween jokes.
Ah.
He literally changed the timing of it, because he said, I don't want people doing the Hammond House of Horror. You see, which is quite an amusing joke. Yeah. He didn't want any Halloween jokes. He didn't want people saying, is it a trick or a treat? Come on, it's Phil Hammond. It's obviously a trick.
To commemorate the joyful occasion of Brexit,
Yes.
What is Philip Hammond going to give us?
There's a 50p to celebrate Brexit. It's an interesting choice of words. It was going to be £1. It's a special coin, and on the back of it, it's going to say, we love everybody who doesn't come from Britain.
We don't know exactly what's going to be on it, but some sort of message for Europe. One person suggested this message. Does anyone remember the old Euro 50p, the 1973 one?
It had hands on it, hands reaching out. It's now been adopted by the Saudi royal family.
Yes. And why does a 50p coin have a flat edge? Does anyone know the reason?
So we can throw it at politicians?
Apparently it's so you can get it out of a Scotsman's hand with a spanner.
Really? Is that the answer?
What would happen if somebody said that to you in your old pub?
Then we would be singing songs at their wake.
Who's been having some money problems regarding Brexit?
Nigel Farage.
What about Aaron Banks?
Oh, he's in trouble. He spent months saying, ha ha, it's all lies, you're a big liar. And now he's being caught, and as we say in Glasgow, you're teased out, son.
What does it mean?
It means, in legal terms, you're going to get hauled into court and get sorted. But we like to say, you're teased out, son.
Because that's good, because it's neutral. It's not saying he's guilty, because we wouldn't want to say that.
No, we wouldn't want to say that.
Because that's very premature.
We would just mention it in the form of hot liquids.
Excellent.
You're teased out, son.
But that sounds like very good news.
It is good news. He deserves to be dragged into court. He orchestrated a complete lie. He sold Brexit on a lie.
No, I mean, it sounds like good news that tea's ready.
Oh, right.
What has enraged teachers about the budget?
Oh, there was a phrase, wasn't there? Little extras, was that the phrase?
Yeah, like books. That sort of thing.
Like a roof. Little extras they need.
It's only schools. They didn't say it to the Ministry of Defence. No. Here's some little extras, some guns.
Now, but the other problem with the money for schools is that the Chancellor has allocated less money to schools than he has to what?
Potholes.
Potholes.
Yeah. Big problem.
Well, I wonder if we should try to get a deeper understanding of the problem.
Yes.
By playing a game of Name That Pothole. The way it works is, I'll show you a pothole.
Yeah.
And you have to tell me where it is.
At last, my specialist subject.
Fingers on buzzers.
Margate. Outside number 43, Hillcrest Terrace.
I'll give the point to whoever's closest. You say Margate, you say...
Bournemouth. It looks like a Bournemouth pothole.
Is it somewhere in between?
It's Islington.
Islington.
Oh, that's
Is
where I
that
live.
near a Bournemouth or Margate?
Margate.
Margate. All right, the points go over there. Do you know what? In the borough of Islington, they have a 100% clear-up rate on the potholes.
Yeah.
These are figures from the Pothole Spotters website, which is called...
Potholing for beginners.
fillthathole.org.
Wow.
And potholes is the first thing that comes to people's minds, isn't it?
And where's this? Go on, Robert.
Cheltenham.
This time you're definitely nearer. It's Bath.
Yes, exactly.
That's John Dawley Brown watering his pansies in Bath.
Yeah.
Must be tricky when he's pricking out. Not many gardeners in. Oh, I can't resist it. Let's have one more. Where's this?
Australia.
I think you're going to be closer this time.
Is it Essex?
No, it's Wisbech near Ely.
I have to tell you, that looks more like the sort of Fill My Hole website that I've seen.
A few more things about the budget. Philip Hammond is taking on FANGS.
This is an acronym, is it?
Yes?
Facebook and Netflix.
It's a list of companies, FANGS. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google and Satan. And he's introducing... Oh, sorry, not Satan. It's just a plural S. I'm so sorry. A digital services tax for the big online companies, but it won't be implemented until 2020 to give them time to think of a way of dodging it. What tax did George Osborne bring in to tackle the internet giants?
Why are you looking at me? I mean, I only go to the gym with him. I don't talk about that.
Do you go to the gym with him?
With George Osborne?
Time to time.
Who can lift more weights?
Me.
Who's faster on the running machine?
Me.
Who destroyed Britain?
Well, he introduced...
He's got a lovely set of buttocks. That's the main thing.
You make it sound like he collects them. None of them are his own. This is a wooden pair from Lord Rochester in 1873.
Well, he introduced a tax, the so-called Google tax.
Yes.
And who didn't pay it?
Google.
That's right. Well, they convinced the government that it didn't apply to them. This is Philip Hammond's so-called giveaway budget. The Chancellor has changed the law to allow people to get married in fast food outlets such as McDonald's. There will still be solemn and legally binding ceremonies with the registrar present to fillet-officiate. To complete the romantic experience, you can consummate the marriage behind the bins.
Is that why we had that story?
Yeah.
This week, David Cameron visited a petrol station in Merton and asked for a whisper, to which the shopkeeper said, "You fucked up, Brexit." Paul and Robert, have a look at this.
That's a man, I think he used to work for the Waitrose magazine.
William Sitwell.
William Sitwell, is that his name? There's the aforementioned supermarket, Waitrose, and there's a man who's pretending to look for his glasses but actually isn't, and takes them off to see something a little bit clearer. So, terrible piece of acting from that gentleman. Because if you see, the glasses are down his nose when he starts.
Clearly doesn't need the glasses at
Look,
all.
here we go, look, here we go. Watch this again. Look, there we are, watch. He's looking over the top of them, right? Can't quite make out the rhyme, so he takes them off. But he wasn't looking through them in the first place. And this is the kind of crap I have to put up with on this show. You wouldn't get that happening in Bonanza for a start. When you see a bloke on a horse, it's the same horse throughout the entire show. What was the question?
Angry vegans.
Angry vegans, that's it, Waitrose. Yeah, the Waitrose editor got very angry. So a journalist suggested an article about vegans.
He threatened to kill them.
And he threatened to kill them.
He lost his job over this.
Yes, I haven't heard. What did he say?
A vegan writer got in touch with him and pitched a series of plant-based meals.
Yeah.
And he wrote back, how about a series on killing vegans one by one?
It was meant to be a joke, wasn't it? He was obviously fed up with having a lot of articles pitched to him about vegans and made a joke about, well, why don't we have one about killing them? And then it went on Twitter. And then it went mad.
Isn't Twitter awful? Well, don't write to me. All I'll do is correct the spelling of your tweet and send it back. Hashtag bugger off.
Wasn't he a Russian spy in the 1950s?
Oleg.
Oleg bugger off, that was it.
I wonder sort of why the vegans are so angry. I'm not sure they're angry. I think they might just...
No, people are pretending that
No, I just think they might...
Surely they're not.
You don't just think they might be hungry. I think that's
When he lost his job, the Vegan Society released a statement saying, "We hope this sets a precedent that it's not acceptable to mock a group of people because of their lifestyle choices." That's a massive thing to say. I mean, we might as well all go home, no?
Yeah. It's weird that they were baying for blood, wasn't it?
Was Spock a vegan?
No. Vulcan. No, that wasn't Vulcan.
He's very worried he might have lost his job as first officer.
Why was Sitwell's comments particularly embarrassing for Waitrose this week?
They were launching a killer vegan week. Half price off yoghurt.
It's the opposite.
They've got lots of vegan food. because it's very
Give
popular.
birth to a vegan week.
Well,
The opposite of killing one.
no, this is the week of International Vegan Day.
Oh, right.
What else has Waitrose had problems with this week?
People stealing their coffee when they go in with their own cup.
Don't worry, they can't prosecute you if you admit it.
Is that true?
No.
No.
Waitrose have had problems with a cheese. Have you heard about a cheese at all?
Stinky cheese, or it's called something hideous.
Yes.
Slut cheese or something.
Keep
cheese.
keep going.
Whore cheese.
I'm finding this quite involved.
Strumpet cheese.
Scatological cheese.
It's
Trollop cheese with biscuits.
Slaggy waggy cheese.
no, just
Huzzy cheese.
Your maw cheese.
Dirty old cow cheese.
Smell cheese.
Dirty old cow
Slutty,
cheese.
smut, slutty cheese.
Am I having a nightmare?
Put your clothes back on cheese. I said no cheese.
No, it's smelly Scottish cheese called the Minger.
Oh.
Yes, it's described as a ewe's milk brie with a hard rind and a soft, gooey middle. That's what it says on my business card. And what are Waitrose unhappy about?
It's stinking out the supermarket. It's too smelly.
No, they like the smell.
Yeah.
They don't like the name.
Well, it might be a bit awkward. You get to the checkout and you're with your significant other, and you
Yes,
say,
indeed.
there you have. There, you've got your minger with you.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Is it a traditional
I'd just like to point out I didn't move a muscle during that exchange. Although every muscle inside me was screaming.
Who else, apart from William Sitwell, who
Yeah.
else has been in trouble for banter?
Sir Philip Green.
Oh, yeah.
It's nearly pantomime season, isn't it?
Yes, he said this has been the worst week of his life.
Has it really?
Yeah, there are people dressing up as him for Halloween.
Leaving aside what Philip Green may or may not have done or what you might think of him personally, what do you think about what he's saying of Lord Hayne, that he thinks he's above the law? Is it OK to name him in the Lords?
Well, I mean, there was a court order and he probably shouldn't have done it, but...
It's an ancient privilege for Parliament, though, that the representatives are allowed to disclose these things under privilege.
That's true, you can do that. I think, haven't you done that once?
No, I've never been an MP or a member
No,
of the
but
House of Lords.
weren't you in a parliamentary committee and didn't you do that? I seem to remember, I might be wrong.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well, a lot of this is ancient
Yeah.
history. I think
You don't, I mean, you know...
How much banter has Philip Green been attempting?
he says it's banter. Other people say it isn't. And he's made a number of agreements with people for £500,000, £1 million. I mean, that's quite a lot of banter, isn't it?
According to the Times, there are at least 7 cases in which former workers received substantial payouts to settle claims against Sir Philip, several of which reached at least £1 million.
Well, why is he paying out that money for banter?
Yeah. And if you say to someone, oh, I don't like your dress, £1 million. Perfectly reasonable.
You would never say such an ungallant thing anyway.
No, I really like your dress.
Oh, it's gone creepy now. It's gone the other way. It's gone the other way.
Speaking of £1 million...
Yes.
Yes.
How did Philip Green allegedly try to spend £1 million in 2010?
His birthday party?
Yes.
No, but it is to do with an evening out.
Did he hire Kate Moss?
Warmer.
He had like
Did
a
he
big
hire
event.
Kate Middleton?
I would say colder. Nancy Del Olio
Oh, yes.
told
Nancy
the Sun...
DeLolio.
Oh, Lord.
Nancy Del Olio told the Sun that in 2010, after an event, Philip pawed at my wrist and told me, if you come with me now to my apartment, this night will be worth $1 million.
Wow.
Oh, please.
Wow. Not enough epidural in the world.
Who did she claim tried to chat her up in 2012?
Me.
No.
It was Ian Hislop. What? Yes. After she did this show in 2012, Nancy Del Olio told The Sun about Ian. He wanted to take me for a drink afterwards, but I couldn't go. Good evening.
It was Bants. It's just not true.
No.
At the end of the show, we go and have a drink in hospitality. She was sitting there, I was sitting there. I said, we're going to have a drink. That was it. Sorry, that was me being Bruno Tololioli.
yeah, yes, but what Ian's not telling you is that 2 hours later they were behind the bins at McDonald's. They couldn't separate them. Couldn't separate them.
Janie,
Yes.
you've got some experience of making powerful businessmen face up to the truth, haven't you? Shall we have a look at a picture?
That sign actually says runt. It's where I actually put my hand that made it look bad. That's the truth.
What was the occasion?
Donald Trump came back to Turnberry after my original protest in 2016, and I realised that I had to go back, and the police said to me, can you please not have a swear word on your poster? I went, OK. So I wrote Trump is a runt, but as I say, I unfortunately held the poster wrong.
Looks like the opening of a Strictly Come Dance routine.
This is the resignation of the Waitrose magazine editor William Sitwell. According to The Guardian, 21% of the population now claim to be flexitarian, i.e. vegans who occasionally eat meat. Or, as I call them, not vegans. Of course, if you really want to upset a vegan by email, just send them some spam. Also this week, Philip Green has denied allegations of bullying and sexism. Much of Philip Green's business empire, Arcadia, is actually controlled by his wife. Fair enough. You wouldn't want him interfering with Dorothy Perkins. According to The Times, Lady Green remains in Monte Carlo designing yacht interiors. It's good to have a trade to fall back on. And so to round two, the cauldron of news. Fingers on buzzers, teams.
That took us by surprise. The Metropolitan Police are going to start selling a brand of clothing. They're going to turn it into a clothing shop, so you can buy... I used to be an offence to impersonate a policeman, but now you can buy police uniforms, helmets, truncheons, a lot, handcuffs. They open their own shop.
Right, and people from the Met as well. So you can have sort of Y-fronts on that say Cressida Dick.
Yes.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
Don't use this as a two-shot. Again, it looks like I was part of it. I mean...
Oh, yeah. Yes, I got a...
They're still doing it. Look, they're still doing it.
What's inspired the range?
Desperation.
New York Police Department.
Yeah, that's right. Let's have a look at some of the NYPD branded clothing that's done well.
Yeah.
According to The Times, the Met clothing range will feature the Met Police font and colour palette. Should we see a mock-up from the Evening Standard?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Wow.
And as you say, Robert, some items will also include imagery of officers on patrol.
Wow.
Would you
no
like
one's seen that for years.
Also this week, the Security Minister, Ben Wallace, said that organised crime is costing the UK £37 billion. Whose fault is that?
Organised criminals.
The general public.
Yes. According to Ben Wallace, the public needs to face up to their role in supporting organised crime. He singled out people using nail bars and car washes. Who is mostly responsible for allowing that to happen?
That's the middle class, surely.
That's professions such as estate agents, accountants and lawyers.
Ah, well... money laundering was, you know, my speciality, defending money launderers. So I don't think I contributed really anything to them. I mean, they contributed the odd thing to me.
Did you get them off?
No, but I bought a house.
Why have police in South Yorkshire been ridiculed this week?
For not taking part in the musical of Policemen Who Strip.
That's not it. It's because of an e-fit they released of a man. Yes.
I didn't see it, but I'm very happy to look at it.
Brilliant.
OK, it's a man with a ginger beard who's wanted in connection with the robbery. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Here's the e-fit.
Oh, it's Prince Harry.
He's got 3 different types of hair colour.
He's been to a really dodgy nail bar, hasn't he?
Why is Police Constable Lee Willis not a fan of e-fits?
Ah, because he looks like one of them. And he keeps being arrested by his chums in the canteen.
He doesn't. He is still being ridiculed for one that he drew 14 years ago. Poor PC Willis. He told the Metro this week, at the time, I thought this is really good. Why is the e-fit still being used?
They haven't found him.
according to the Times, the image is so bad that it's still passed from station to station as an example of how not to construct an e-fit. I've never wanted to be in the police as much as I did when I read that this PC Willis said that I recently walked into a briefing and they were all wearing it on face masks. Before we leave the cauldron of news, what was put on the bonfire this year in Lewis?
Oh, I don't know about Lewis. There was a fantastic Boris guy. I thought it was...
Edenbridge.
Edenbridge.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I'm going to ask a question again, just in case we've got it both ways. Before we leave the cauldron of news, what was burnt on a bonfire this week?
Boris Johnson in Edenbridge. That's the bit they'll use, Ian.
You're right, Paul, and now we know why I always lose.
A Boris Johnson effigy. Did you see that, Bernard?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's really good, and he hasn't got his trousers on. He's obviously run away from another bonfire. And one of the people who are making it said, at last we can show him with his pants on fire.
That's the one. It's good, isn't it?
I don't really like it when they burn these effigies on the bonfire. No. Like they do in Lewis every year.
Do you not?
No, I find it a bit creepy. I mean, in a way, I like the old-fashioned nature of celebrating bonfire night rather than Halloween.
Yes, I hate all those ghouls and monsters. I think burning Catholics is much healthier.
Happy Halloween. This is the news that the Met Police are launching a new range of merchandise. It's not known where they plan to sell all this stuff, presumably PC World.
Yes.
Soon you'll be able to order the items on Amazon, and one thing's for sure, they'll arrive at your door a damn sight quicker than a policeman. Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features the magician's favourite monthly magazine, Magic Scene. And we start with, one of the hardest tricks for any magician is what?
To be called Ian. Look at the words.
It's
Magic
brilliant.
Ian.
Magic Ian.
Magic Ian.
Yeah.
Magic Ian, yeah.
That is good. Magic Ian is
You just bullied them into clapping.
good. Yes! This is how I got all my things.
One of the hardest tricks for any magician is trying to find enough bookings. This is an editorial piece from Magic Scene containing advice for aspiring magicians. If you'd like to find out more, you can send a letter to the editor. Or a card, any card. Next, what opening a branch at MI5?
Is it ISIS?
Greg's.
Greg's Bakery opening a branch at MI5. This is the news that Greg's, famous for their competitively priced meat pies, are opening a branch at the GCHQ Listening Centre. Their motto is, we're all ears. Just to be clear, that's GCHQ, not Greg's Meat Pies. Next, Prince Andrew upset magician by what?
His mere existence.
Is it pouring paraffin over him?
Is it touching his rabbit?
Was he haggling about his fee at the royal wedding?
It is to do
He
with
was
the royal
doing
wedding.
close magic during the sermon.
Prince Andrew upset magician by talking through his act.
He didn't.
Makes a change from talking through his arse, doesn't it? Very much. Thank you.
This week it was revealed that at Eugenie's wedding, Prince Andrew upset a magician by talking through his act. The royal family spent £2 million of taxpayers' money on security at Eugenie's wedding, and still Robbie Williams got in. And finally, man wants what to be recognised as a world record?
The most rabbits out of a hat in the shortest time.
Is it man wants his pigeon folding ability to be recognised as a world record?
His pigeon folding ability?
Yeah, you know how magicians have pigeons and then they fold them up into tiny wee pigeons?
It's not...
I haven't seen this act. Well, and then do this.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, that's a pigeon, and then they catch it, and then they fold it back up. It's called pigeon origami. It's a thing.
The RSPCA have been trying to stop it for years. Yeah.
This is not from Magic Scene. The answer is, man wants sailing a giant pumpkin down the River Ouse to be recognised as a world record.
Well, that's not one we were going to guess easily, is it?
This is Tom Percy, who's trying to get a Guinness World Record for successfully sailing the biggest pumpkin. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Halfway through his voyage down the river, Tom Percy noticed there was a leak in his giant pumpkin, which he picked up and used as a paddle. So the final scores are Ian and Janie with 3, Paul and Robert with 7. Before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Oh, that's a woman at a wedding with a big bird with its beak tied so that she'll know what to expect in the years to come.
Pelican says a stork couldn't make it, but you're 3 months pregnant.
And I leave you with news that during a tense meeting at the BBC, one star demands more royalties from the sale of David Attenborough's DVDs. On a train in Leeds, a harassed passenger tries to make a subtle move towards the emergency brake handle. And in the Oval Office kitchen, Donald Trump intercepts a message from Melania. Good night.
Good evening and welcome to Have I Got News For You. I'm Alexander Armstrong. In the news this week. In Islington, after a summer of negative headlines about anti-Semitism, Jeremy Corbyn finally gives the Jewish Chronicle an in-depth interview.
Good morning, nice to see you. Goodbye.
A BBC journalist reacts to the news that male presenters are still paid far more than their female counterparts. And the Kennel Club admits that it has raised the qualification standards for this year's Crufts. On Ian's team tonight is a political journalist who, on her breakfast show, greets viewers as they wake up in the morning. Unlike me on Pointless, who greets viewers as they wake up in the afternoon. Please welcome Naga Manchetti. And with Paul tonight is a comedian who went to a small rural school in the heart of Devon, where he learnt the 3 R's. Arr. Please welcome Josh Widdicombe. And we start with the biggest stories of the week. Ian and Naga, take a look at this.
Oh, it's the Prime Minister, or it was when we went out. There she is. Oh.
Not such fancy footwork there. Where are the fields of wheat?
It's the world's most famous misprint. That was the Tory conference.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Which was big news, because Mrs May made a speech and it wasn't terrible. Which is absolutely riveting.
But she stole the show elsewhere, didn't she, obviously, with the dancing?
You like the dancing?
I loved the dancing.
But
I'm not a great one to judge, I'll put that out there
Well, I was
straight
going to
away.
say, you've been on Strictly.
Exactly, I'm not a great one to judge.
Well, you lasted 4 weeks.
Just.
Well, that may be what she's going for.
Have I missed the news that Theresa May is on Strictly?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, she danced onto the podium.
To Dancing Queen.
Shall we just...
Oh, yes, please.
I think we need a look. It's Mama May.
I didn't think it was possible to walk out of step. I've seen that before.
It's an astonishing move she's got.
Yeah.
She's
Like she's moving a fridge, isn't it?
And what did May pledge to end?
That dance. Oh, austerity's over.
The end of austerity.
Yes.
Indeed.
Well, I'm glad they told us.
Very odd,
Because
isn't it?
otherwise you'd have to guess, and,
Yeah.
and looking around, it's quite hard to spot. Biggest national debt ever in history. It's over. So forget about it, doesn't matter. It's gone. And that last 10 years, I hope you're happy. Because it was all worth it, 'cause it's over.
She said the British people need to know that the end is in sight. I mean, blimey, it can't be that bad. Theresa May reassured the people Britain's best days lie ahead. What, when Corbyn gets in? Speaking of Jeremy Corbyn, how did his dancing at the Labour Party conference measure up?
Oh, I imagine it was better.
Well, after his speech, all the Tory press went into complete panic. Because it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
And they had no idea how to react. Oh, no, you're meant to be useless.
Let's have a look. Here's him dancing.
everybody was out apart from him. That made it.
Theresa May wasn't the only politician to try and inject a bit of humour into her speech at the conference. Did anyone see Sajid Javid's zinger?
I always like these, but I didn't see it. Is it up to the usual standard?
It is good. Have a look at this. Kapow.
I know the question that's on your mind. So let's just deal with it now, up front. Yes, I did watch The Bodyguard. No, it wasn't very realistic. For a start, my code name is not Lavender. And she didn't even do the power stance.
Oh. That was 4 bad ones in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, that could kill most careers in comedy.
You see the sign there? Well, last year all the letters fell off, and when I'm reading it, I keep seeing pity.
Boris Johnson tried to upstage the Prime Minister. How did he go about that?
Well, he had his own side show, didn't he?
He did, the day
Lots and
before.
lots of cues.
Yes. How many people were there?
There were 1,000.
1,400.
1,400?
In some places, they
that
said...
many people turn up?
Absolutely right.
Well, that's not going to get him in.
No. The Guardian reported that in order to see Boris's speech, delegates queued for up to 4 hours.
Unbelievable. Well, that's the level of support he's got. I don't want to be disrespectful to Boris's speech, but I think perhaps he should see a therapist, because throughout you just kept hearing these words like betrayal, trust, loyalty, cheat. Cheat! 4 weeks ago he got thrown out the house and the locks changed.
Boris. What is Boris trying to do here, do we think?
Dispose of a body?
Well, he was running, wasn't he?
Yeah, but we don't know away from who.
Why do we always see him jogging in shorts? He can't remember where he left his trousers. Also, why hasn't he lost any weight?
Why hasn't he lost any weight? He's always jogging or on a bike.
Is he trying to do a parody? I think he is.
I think he is, yes. Theresa May said, isn't it, the only naughty thing she could think that she'd done was sneak into a field of wheat.
Run
through, yes, with gay abandon. And he's impersonating that.
Yes.
So does she have to do the naughty things that he's done? Bad news for Philip May.
Back to Boris. Did you hear his speech? God, it was bad. He at one point said there's a 14th century law and that the government should be prosecuted under praemunire. And everyone went, oh, marvellous, Boris. It's not true. It was repealed in 1967. It's just another lie. The only good thing about this one is you didn't put it on a bus.
Boris isn't the only person upset with how Brexit is being handled by the government. Have a look at this woman marching against Brexit on the Channel 4 News.
Why are you here?
I don't trust the politicians. They're full of egos. They're just rubbish, basically.
What are you?
Can't stand the uncertainty and the chaos. It's absolutely appalling.
Well, she's got no problem with her ego, has she? That's a nice beret. Wasn't she in a low?
In other policy news, though,
Yeah,
what
policy
did
news.
Theresa May announce this week to help the UK celebrate and revel in a post-Brexit world?
We can have a festival.
Oh,
Wonderful.
yes.
Yes.
Festival of Brexit.
Yes.
That's it, yes.
Like the Festival of Britain.
That's right. She's announced plans to put £120 million aside to showcase the best the country has to offer in business, technology, arts and sport. It's going to be called The Festival. Look at that, already showcasing the talent we have.
But what's it celebrating?
The talent we have.
Our ability to put on a festival. Coloured tents with stripes all down the side. Lovely.
And ABBA.
ABBA?
Oh.
Just going to point out that ABBA aren't the best that we have to offer.
Doesn't matter.
Can we just bring in things from Europe? This is what we're missing.
And well, let's not forget the Lib Dems and Vince.
You have?
No, we remember them in the nick of time.
Yes.
Vince Cable. What was his major triumph at the Lib Dem conference?
Still alive.
Is that the party or just him?
He's going to outlive the party.
He had a joke, and it was leaked to the press.
Yes.
So we knew what the joke was, and this is what they do now. They say the leader will say. So then you wait for it, and then they mess it up.
He got his spin doctors to prepare the nation for the great put-down he was going to deliver to hard Brexiteers. When he came to it, he couldn't quite sell the phrase erotic spasm. Erotic spasm. Here's what he said.
For the true believers, the fundamentalists, the costs of Brexit have always been irrelevant. Years of economic pain justified by the exotic's present.
Do they get any warning of what they're about to say?
Yes, well, this is Theresa May's third Tory conference as Prime Minister. Take that, Paddy Power. After Theresa May danced her way onto the stage, the Daily Mail reported for once she had the audience laughing with her, not at her. Actually, it was mainly nervous laughter because most of the people were worried that their rectums would never unclench. According to the Daily Mirror, Plymouth University Conservatives caused outrage by going out to a bar with one of them sporting a Hitler moustache and wearing anti-Semitic messages on a T-shirt. They've now been suspended by the Conservative Party and warmly welcomed by the Labour Party. Former head of the CBI, Digby Jones, attacked Boris Johnson for recently making the remark, fuck business. And, of course, fuck business is normally what Boris has scheduled in from Twitter. Paul and Josh, take a look at this.
Salisbury, lovely place to visit.
123 metres, that spire.
The Russians there, and there's Putin, of course. Knows nothing about it at all.
But what if they are just two guys who had a shit holiday?
It'd be on TripAdvisor, wouldn't it? Now, let me get this right. The guy that they poisoned was a guy called Schiphol.
Yep.
And the airport that they travelled to in Amsterdam is called Schiphol. So is this indicating that the Russians are out to get people who have names that sound like airports? Like it should Stansted be worried.
Awful news for JFK.
JFK or Luton. Or G.A. Twick. That's Gatwick, by the way. G.A. Twick. Heathrow.
Yes. Are we going to go through them all?
If there was a bloke called Heathrow and he went to Russia, it could be Terminal 4 Heathrow. Do you know what I mean?
What is the latest on Sergei Skripal?
Putin described him as a scumbag.
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't really care about getting caught, though, do they?
No. Putin's kind of just admitted it now.
And it doesn't matter how bad the excuse is.
No.
I mean, two middle-aged men with cropped hair, very thick-set, saying, we're great admirers of the cathedral city of Salisbury. You think, no, you're not really.
Well, didn't they go one day and then they said they had to leave because it was a bit too cold for them?
Yeah, there was a lot of slush, which they weren't used to in Russia.
No.
Yeah.
After the poisoning, the Russian ambassador was asked about diplomatic relations between Britain and Russia, and he said, they've become rather poisonous. I mean, he's auditioning for a Bond film now.
Why didn't they just shoot him in the head?
Sorry, what?
You know, they got... I mean...
I didn't expect that from the host of Pointless.
Why did they go to all these lengths? I mean, if they really don't care what we think.
I think it's fiercer.
It's more exciting, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah. How do Russian security services contemptuously refer to the two spies?
The two spies...
The two spies, the would-be
Skripals,
assassins.
the would-be assassins.
Soon to be dead.
According to the Times, they're known as Dolce & Gabbana in Russian spy circles because of the suggestion by a TV interviewer that they appeared to be two gay men on holiday. The editor of Russia Today, Margarita Samonyan, who interviewed them, tweeted after the interview, I don't know if they're gay or not gay. They're so stylish with their beards and haircuts and tight pants. They didn't come on to me. Definitely gay then, Margarita. What else is likely to emerge this week?
The Sun. You mean what else is likely to emerge?
We are likely to discover the identity of the second Russian assassin.
Oh, are we?
Oh. Yeah. And how do we know this?
A website called Bellingcat.
That is exactly right. How did Elliot Higgins, who's the founder of Bellingcat, how did he identify Colonel Chapiga? That's the first...
He met him in a gay club in Salisbury.
He found an old photo of him in a...
Yes.
Graduation.
That's exactly right, yeah. He found the spy's Secret Service record on public websites. He said, I've looked at a lot of ears in photographs and I've never seen anything so distinctive. Really? Elliot Higgins is pretty cool for somebody who has probably severely narked the Russians. He told The Observer that the Russians are pretty incompetent. If a black van pulls up and 4 Russian guys leap out, there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do, so I try not to worry about it too much. The good news for Elliot is a former Russian FSB colonel has admitted that his security services aren't up to scratch. We do have a problem with the professionalism of our intelligence recruits, so if there are any Russian hitmen watching, Elliot, we can reveal, looks like this.
Do you want to leave that photo up just a little bit longer in case anyone missed it?
How is the leader of the other great superpower shaping up this week? What did Donald Trump say was one of the best things about him?
Well, he doesn't drink beer, and his father didn't pay any taxes at any point. So his myth of being a self-made American millionaire is not true, which is extraordinary. I'm suggesting the President of the US is lying. But he does appear to have made it all up from almost birth.
Let's have a look.
I'm just saying, I'm not a drinker. I can honestly say I never had a beer in my life, okay? Right. It's one of my only good traits. I don't drink. Whenever they're looking for something good, I say, I never had a glass of alcohol. I've never had alcohol. I've just, you know, for whatever reason. Can you imagine if I had? What a mess I'd be?
That's the best advert for drinking I've ever seen. I think they should play that all the time.
Brett Kavanaugh, meanwhile, had this to say this week.
Drinking beer, which I gladly do and which I fully embrace. I liked beer. I still like beer.
There we are.
Well, there's the other side, then. The Republicans want him to be in the Supreme Court, but I think Trump has decided that he should be the judge, because he now addresses rallies and decides on people's innocence. And he had a rally and said that the woman who gave evidence against him, I mean, there's an investigation, they had a hearing, but Trump's decided that he knows. So he took the piss out of her at a rally, saying she's lying. And given that he's usually lying, that's a sort of odd double negative. So you start thinking, well, maybe she isn't, even if you thought she was. Anyway, we'll know soon, because the FBI will tell us.
So, yes, this is the continuing fallout from the Salisbury poisoning. The so-called assassins claim they were innocent tourists fulfilling a lifelong dream to visit Salisbury Cathedral, presumably inspired by that traditional children's rhyme, here's the church, here's the steeple, don't touch that door, it's Mr. Screeple. Talking of dangerous knobs, according to The Times, US Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh has faced snowballing allegations. Complaining about the accusations against Kavanaugh, Donald Trump said it's a very scary time for young men in America when you can be guilty of something you may not be guilty of. You don't say, said 40 million black Americans. And so to round 2 and the picture spin quiz, so fingers on buzzers, teams. Ah, yes, Paul and Josh.
This is the beluga well that's somewhere near Gravesend, making his way up the Thames perhaps. It's still out there. Seems to be feeding all right. People are staying away from it because it's not really his normal habitat. He's more of a dagenham.
Where's it supposed to be?
The Antarctic.
Arctic?
The same place.
Thousands of miles away in the Arctic. Yeah, conservation expert.
That's where Shackleton went wrong.
That's where he went wrong. He went wrong.
But he's on his way because some of his friends have said that Salisbury's lovely. So
yeah. He's going to go to a cathedral.
Yeah.
Conservation expert Julia Cable said it's possible that it lost its way and has taken a wrong turn.
No shit.
How are they going to get him out of there?
He's fine. And conservation is they just let him be and let nature take its course.
There's no plan B. It's very familiar. Sort of British policy now. Yeah, we've got to whale up the Thames, so what? See what happens.
Is he a skilled whale? Because then he'll be allowed to stay.
Can he pick fruit?
Sticking with polar creatures, how are Telford Zoo dealing with a shortage of penguins?
Oh, they've all dressed up as penguins.
No, they've replaced them
Plastic penguins.
with models, exactly. There we go. Plastic penguins there.
Is this to encourage them to mate?
How can you mate with a stone penguin?
Well, I'm thinking off the top of my head, maybe it's encouraging competition.
So, of all the penguins we're seeing there, how many are genuine?
None.
None of those penguins
None
are
of those
genuine?
are genuine. So apparently there is a shortage of penguins throughout Europe, and the zoo needs 6 Humboldt penguins, so they bought some plastic ones from a model shop in Devon.
That's a bit of a rip-off.
You can't...
You go to a zoo and everything's plastic.
Well, I know, but this is particularly embarrassing for Telford Zoo because they've just spent 60,000 quid on their new penguin enclosure.
What?
Yeah.
What's happened to their penguins?
Well, apparently, according to the zoo owner, penguins only mate once a year, so unless we put models in, we've got to sit back and let nature take its course.
But there's no penguins there to mate in the first place.
No. How has the BBC managed to save roughly £1 million a year this week?
Oh, no, bad news, Nagger.
I'll tell you what, now, it wasn't me.
Is that on Chris Evans' salary?
It is exactly on Chris Evans's. They're replacing
Fabulous
Chris
Zoe Ball.
Evans with fabulous Zoe Ball. She's going to be the new host of the BBC Radio 2 breakfast show. This is how the BBC News broke the story. This is the news that a beluga whale has set up home in the River Thames. According to the Daily Mail, Benny's gender is not known. I'm no marine biologist, but surely you can see the cock on a whale, can't you? According to The Guardian, within 2 hours of the animal being spotted, it was being chased by TV helicopter crews overhead. And the whale was asking for the number of Cliff Richard's lawyer. That was on Buzz's teams.
This is a physicist
yes.
at CERN who said that the history of physics was largely created by men. He implied that women weren't very good at physics, but nowadays there were so many women getting jobs in physics that men couldn't get a job. I didn't really follow his argument.
Do you remember what his name was, the professor?
Idiot.
His name is Professor Alessandro Strumier from the CERN laboratory project. That's part of the Large Hadron Collider, isn't it? And, yes, he's upset female scientists and womankind. One of his claims is that Oxford University has lengthened its science exams by 15 minutes specifically to help women. Why is this so shocking?
Because it's not true?
No, because it is true. Oh. According to The Telegraph, students taking maths and computer science examinations in the summer of 2017 were given an extra 15 minutes to complete their papers after Dons ruled that female candidates might be more likely to be adversely affected by time pressure.
Have we got much longer? I'm feeling a bit faint.
I'm going up to get more paper.
This is the Italian scientist who told a group of female physicists that physics was invented by men. Professor Anne Christine Davis, a physicist at Cambridge University, said, "I just don't know what planet he lives on." I'm afraid you've rather played right into his hands. So time now for the odd one out round. It's just one between you this week. Your 4 are Dominic Raab, Sir Walter Raleigh, Weight Watchers and Kanye West.
Kanye West has changed his name to Yee.
Yes.
Y-E-E.
Yes.
The Weight Watchers, I think they've lost the weight, haven't they? No pun intended. Haven't they taken the weight out of their name, just called themselves Watchers now? So that must be the root of the odd one outness.
Yeah.
So it's between Walter Raleigh and Dominic Raab. Is that his name?
Raab seems like it might be a different name that's become Raab. No.
Well, Kanye has
gone to shorten names.
And Raleigh lengthened his name. Because it was Raleigh and then Raleigh, or Raleigh as we pronounce it.
Sir. He added the Sir.
Yeah.
And then he invented...
just after...
He wasn't born Sir Walter Raleigh.
No.
You're right.
He made it longer. No, he would occasionally go by Water sometimes. He would drop the L.
Really? Water?
Water.
So 3 of them have shortened their names, so Dominic Raab has lengthened his name.
Yeah, how has he lengthened?
He's added an A.
Well, you're getting
originally
there.
Rab. And now he's Raab, and soon he's going to be a Raab.
Well, actually, they have all made their names shorter, except Raab, who had his name made longer by his staff. According to the London Review of Books, Raab's team would add extra A's in the middle of his surname to see how many they could get away with.
I was right.
Do you know what the record was?
48,000.
5.
5?
So his name read Dominic Raab. Kanye West, you're absolutely right, has shortened his name this week. He wants to be known hereafter as Ye.
Ye. Is it Ye? Oh, it's pronounced Ye, is it? Okay.
Have Weight Watchers shortened their name?
WW.
They've gone to WW.
Yeah. And it's about wellness now.
Yes, about well-being.
It's not about being fat or thin.
No.
It's about being well in a kind of thin way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying... I mean, you don't go along and they just don't mention it.
No.
Would you like to get on the scales and see how well you are?
They've all made their names shorter, except for Dominic Raab, who's had his name made longer by his staff. Referring to the ongoing negotiations with Brussels, Brexit Minister Dominic Raab warned conference delegates, "We're being sucked into an indefinite limbo," which is, of course, where Jacob Rees-Mogg believes all unbaptised children end up. Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication The Organ. Doesn't print many copies, but has a huge circulation. That's because after they've read it, most people donate their organ to someone else. And we start with Winston Churchill would spend £80 a year on what?
Was it broadband contract he really needs to cancel?
Cigars.
Ubers.
Boiler suits.
T-shirts.
Women's underwear.
Ties.
Nazi memorabilia.
Shoes. Women's underwear. Silk knickers. Silk pants.
Absolutely.
Silk pants?
Winston Churchill would spend £80 a year on silk underwear.
I never knew that.
Winston Churchill gained access to all the silk underwear he needed when, in 1942, codebreakers at Bletchley Park cracked Victoria's secret. Next, a very warm what found in St Albans?
Organ.
Gotta be. A very warm and comforted and tuneful organ.
A very warm welcome to the International Organ Festival.
Oh.
The St Albans International Organ Festival is a major undertaking. They've pulled out all the stops. Thank you for that. There we are.
It was a long day in the writer's room, wasn't it? By the time we get to this part, that'll do.
Paul and Josh?
Organ, yeah. Right up, organ.
Here.
Pull out the stock, now. How do I get home from here?
Kylie Jenner lied about trying what with what for the first time.
Ant with deck.
I think it's milk with cereal.
Yes. About trying cereal with milk for the first time. Coincidentally, snap, crackle and pop are the noises the various Kardashians' implants make when they all sit down for breakfast. And finally, police brand what? Absolute madness.
Their favourite album.
I know this one. It's trying to catch criminals.
Police brand man driving car filled with tree branches. Absolute madness. This is a man in Stockport who was stopped by police driving this. The driver had been clearing out garden rubbish and asked for several other offences to be taken into consideration. So the final scores are absolutely tied. Paul and Josh, Ian and Naga all on 7. But before we go, there is just time for the caption competition.
Is he going... And you're sure that's Tony Blair that's tied to the rails in front of you?
Next.
There's always a thick person in every class.
And I leave you with news that, in London, news spreads of how much Boris Johnson stands to lose in his divorce settlement. In Washington, Melania Trump is reassured that the Perspex screen she installed is well worth the money. And in Munich, as a VIP visits a kindergarten, it looks like little Gunter, the teddy monitor, may have some explaining to do. Good night.